trillion for illegal aliens? And you say, well, that can't be. Well, I'll give you one example. New York City Roosevelt Hotel holds 5,000 illegal aliens. One hotel in New York, 50% of downtown New York hotels were contracted for illegal aliens. Do you know how much Roosevelt Hotel costs the federal government every year? One hotel, $1 billion. $1 billion.
Wow.
So our government took our money, gave it to foreign nationals, gave it to the United Nations, gave it to IOM, who gave it through USAID, gave it to the NGOs, George Soros. We were paying George Soros money so that he could pay his NGOs. And his NGOs moved it. That, if you can't find one person to convict for treason, then you are either so stupid or you're complicit.
That's deep. That's very, because once you, like, you're right. Once Trump came in and Dodge came in, kind of like pulled the curtain on the scheme that they had, and people now realizing, like you were mentioning, all the NGOs like Ties, what is
Ford.
Yeah, all those organizations,
All of them, Catholic Charities,
Church, all they were interconnected to each other. They were pulling money out of the treasury, and they just like no accountability, no oversight at all. But if we want resources for our veterans or our homeless, there is no money for that.
Let me give you two examples. One is North Carolina, right? They're living in tents.
Still.
Kristi Noem, through Donald Trump, cut off all money to NGOs. That was the smartest move. Cut it off. That stopped there. The whole machine, it's like driving a truck and you're going across country and you run out of gas. No matter how great or beautiful your truck is, it ain't going anywhere. Same thing with NGOs. If they're not funded, they come screeching to a halt and they just dissolve. They just run away. Stop the NGOs. FEMA was directed to give no money to NGOs. What does the COO of FEMA do? 1 week after that directive comes out, she secretly siphons $56 million to New York City to pay for illegal aliens. You're telling me $56 million couldn't build a giant town or city in Asheville, North Carolina, where those people are devastated? Come on. Then you go down and you look at HIAS, Hebrew Immigrant Associate, something. I hate all these, but it's HIAS. It's a Jewish NGO. Do you know who was on the board of HIAS prior to Biden getting into office? His name is Alejandro Mayorkas. The secretary of DHS was on the board of HIAS.
So he was in it.
He was in it. And who came out smelling like roses and getting billions of dollars? HIAS. Are you telling me that didn't have impact on that? He was on the board of HIAS. And then he funnels hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars to HIAS. And then when HIAS gets found out, they're down in the Darien Gap helping all these illegal aliens to come up. They start tearing down all of their facilities. Mayorkas, this goes back to the great investigative journalist Michael Yon, is down in the Darien Gap in April of 2022. He has drones up. He's a former military special forces guy. He's got all the gadgets. He has his drones up in the Darien Gap because he's seen the inordinate amount of people crossing the Darien Gap going to America. So he goes down there to test it. In the middle of the jungle, and the Darien Gap is inhospitable. It is horrible. He sees Black Hawk helicopters landing. He's like, what in the hell's going on? Throws his drones up. Guess who is landing in the jungle in Darien Gap in April of 2022? Alejandro Mayorkas. What is the Secretary of DHS doing in the jungle in Panama? Well, he was there to oversee billions of dollars of building facilities to help make the journey of illegal aliens more safe and more efficient. Fast forward to 2024, Alejandro Mayorkas is on the ABC Sunday show. I believe I have it in my book, ABC Sunday show. And this is one of many times that he openly admits, yes, we went down there and we built brick and mortar buildings in 4 to 5 different countries to facilitate illegal aliens' journeys to be more efficient. I first saw that the first time. I knew it was factually true, but to hear, it's like somebody went and committed a triple homicide and stole hundreds of millions of dollars and then admits to it.
On national TV?
And no one says anything. America is in a moral rot. And until we take ownership of our rot and the reason why we're here, we're never going to get better. Never. And I am not an optimist anymore. My father was an incredible man, and he was optimistic because he always looked forward. I'm more like my Irish mother now, where I'm just a realist. I'm just seeing things more clear. Is that your truck?
No, one of the neighbors.
I think that America is I think America is in hell right now.
Yeah.
And I would love to, I had discussions with several left-leaning hosts, and even they are not arguing with me on that, which is interesting. That someone that is so ideologically opposed to me is feeling that as well, that there's evil roaming the earth. Look at what we've done to our country, man. Mm-hmm. We brought in 50 million people that don't belong here, and we do nothing to stop it. It hurts our wages. We're sending men like you to go fight overseas to secure their country and sovereignty of their nations, and we don't give a crap about ours. We fought a war going on 2.5 decades now that has cost us $8 trillion. There was a moment in Joe Biden's around 2023, they sent over $350 million to 4 different nations in the Middle East to build a wall for their nation. Yeah. And they gave zero money to us. When you look at the totality of everything that's happened in America and now everything that is being uncovered, you have to agree that America is not great. America is not a shiny city on the hill anymore. We have become almost pedestrian in the terms of crime and morality. I believe that's a valid statement. Do I think that we can be great again? Absolutely. Do I believe it's going to be an Herculean effort that's going to take quite a while? Yes. Because we didn't get here. We got here over about a 100-year span. I don't want to wait 100 years. We can accelerate this on Trump time. But Trump's not the answer either. Trump is going to term out in less than 4 years. Who do we have right now that is Trump? No one.
No. Yeah.
J.D. Vance? J.D. Vance he's not even close to Trump. He doesn't, and it's not his fault. He's almost half his age, meaning Trump has another 30 plus years of life experience over him. That's like when I interviewed for my documentary, I interviewed retired Colonel McGregor, Douglas McGregor. Mm-hmm. You know, when you sit down and interview, I know you're not feeling this with me, but when you sit down and interview someone and you know that person is way smarter than you, I had that moment with him where I sat down and I was like, I better have my A game on, right? Because this man is, he's not a level 2. He's like 3 levels above me in intellect. And at first I was very hard on myself. And then I said, wait a minute, this guy's about 30 years older than you. He has he's where I want to be. in 20 or 30 years. And that's just life. That's life experiences and understanding and ability to look back on life and then make sense of current things because of your past. The sitting Congressman Ramirez just admitted that she's an illegal alien. Her mother came into America legally and had a baby. You can talk to me about birthright citizenship all you want. That's a lie. She's an illegal alien. And I'm looking at the dais. I'm looking at all the pasty white guys in the Republicans that are morons. Morons. They have no idea. What are they doing there? They don't even know what the hell they're talking. They don't even know what questions to ask. Then I'm looking at the Democrats, and I'm looking back and forth going, is anyone going to say it out loud? Is anyone going to say that we have Miss Ramirez is an illegal alien from Guatemala? We have illegal aliens in Guatemala, from Guatemala, chastising a patriotic Border Patrol veteran. I did a cursory search through DHS. I can't find her that she's a naturalized citizen. She never naturalized. Thus, she's an illegal alien. This is happening throughout our government. Here's something else America has no idea about. How many of our congressmen and senators are dual citizens? We don't know because they don't have to disclose. And every time a bill comes up for disclosure, they vote it down. Why? Why should anyone in our houses of leadership, Senate, Congress, President, have dual allegiances? And don't tell me that that's not a problem. Look at Ilhan Omar from Somalia. Has an absolute allegiance, has been caught on video saying that her main allegiance is the betterment of Somalia. Not Somalian Americans, Somalia, the nation.